Hey Basic Witches, welcome back to my channel Dreadful D's Creations. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a Freddy Krueger makeup tutorial. So the products we're going to be using today are Nye products. I'm going to be using this Scar Effects Gel to create the burn effect. And then I'm going to use two color wheel palettes. I'm going to be using the professional wheel, the Death Wheel by Nye, as well as the smaller palette called Severe Exposure by Nye. Alright, so the reason why we're using the Scar Effects Gel is because it's going to create a sort of a burned, melted skin effect on our face, and it's going to actually be a little bit more comfortable than if we were going to do it with tissue paper. It'll be a little bit more breathable. The only thing is if you're going to a party where you're going to be dancing a lot or it's going to be really hot, it could melt a little bit, so just be wary of that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pop the bottle of Scar Effects Gel just into a bowl of boiling water. You're going to want to let the water cool a little bit, and then you're going to pop this in there and just let it sit for a while until it liquefies the Scar Effects Gel. Okay, so our Scar Effects is at a liquid state. We can see that it's moving around in there. So I'm just going to test it on the inside of my wrist or on the outside of your hand just for temperature. You want to make sure that it's not too hot. We're not actually looking to burn our face. We're actually just going for the makeup look. So let's go ahead and do that. I think it might be... It's pretty good right now, so it's probably lukewarm right now. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some. So just with a brush. And I've been told it does come out of brushes, so I'm using an old one just in case, but... So I'm covering my eyebrows too. So we're going to want to build the product, and so as it cools we're going to be able to shape it a little bit more. It's kind of lukewarm on my skin right now, so it's pretty liquidy still. I'll just apply a bunch. So as you can see, it's starting to get like a texture. It's kind of getting that because it's liquid and it's like melting down my face, which is amazing because that's sort of like the look that we're going for. But as it cools, we can manipulate it. We can move this up and you can like make little holes in it and stuff too. So it's starting to harden, so I'm just gonna manipulate some of the spots and make like holes. So I'm just doing like almost like a second layer and avoiding the spots where I made holes so I can like build up the skin around the holes. So gooey and gross. So when I was melting it, I probably left it in there for a good 5 minutes for it to fully melt. Really get your brush in there to break up the holes like this one. Break up the skin texture, make it look gross. There we go. Okay, I have completely covered my face and I have gone in and manipulated the scar mold. So we're just gonna let this set, and then once it's completely dry, we're gonna cover it with a translucent powder. So I'm just applying the translucent powder. I'm just blotting it on. It's a little bit sticky still, but as you blot more powder into it, it helps it set and it makes it less sticky and takes away that excess shine. Okay, so I blotted out the entire thing with translucent powder and then wiped off the excess, and now it's not sticky to the touch anymore. So I'm gonna go in with my makeup and add some dimension to it. I'm gonna go in with the death wheel first, and I'm gonna add like this color and this color. They're sort of like dead fleshy tones. I'm just gonna use those two to sort of block out my eyebrows a little bit, and then add a little bit in and around the eyes. All right, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of this color here and just sort of put that where the skin is, not in the tears because that's going to be red, but I'm just going to apply a little bit just around where the skin is, so it kind of blends in with my skin and blend it up. Okay, so I've applied that foundation sort of all over. It's really brought out the texture, which is awesome. Next thing we're gonna do is just take some more translucent powder and just set some of that all over the face. I applied a little bit of the makeup over my lips too, just to get rid of the red color. So the next step, you're gonna start to see the look coming together, which is exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and now take our severe exposure palette, and I'm gonna go in with the lightest color and then work my way up to the darker colors. Going into those spots that we had left tears in, so let's see right here. I like to blend with my fingers. And I like to do one color at a time just because that way I have that color in my brush already, so I'm just going to do all that color and then I'll go in with a darker color after. Alright, so I have gone in with the lighter color and done all of the little crevices. So I'm going to go in with this darker pink color and just go around the edges. Just give it a little bit around the edges. Okay, now I'm going to go in with these two darker shades and just add the final dimension on those crevices. And then that brown color I'm going to use on the edges of the skin, so like and around here, just to make it kind of look like burnt flesh. Okay, so those are looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes. I'm going to start by using the lightest color on the Severe Exposure palette. And then we'll go in with this pinkier color. I'm keeping this mostly around like the lash line and then blending out. I must say this is making my eyes pop. Don't worry, we'll get rid of those. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Death Wheel, and this dark color here almost looks brown, but it has a little bit of a red to it. So it's the perfect color for like deepening cuts and stuff. So I'm just gonna go in there and take some of that and go again around the lash line. We'll blend it out. And then go in with a black eyeliner just to get the really dark around the eyes. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this, so I'm going to go ahead and set this with a NYX Matte Finish Spray, because this is the last of the makeup that we're going to do. Then we're going to put fake blowout over top, but we'll finish this first. And then we're going to go in with a blood scab product, sort of like, it has a consistency sort of like jam. It's like a thicker blood, and I just picked mine up from Party City, so it sort of looks like that. So we're going to go ahead and apply this. I'm going to concentrate most of it in the crevice areas, do some around my lips and maybe some around my eyes. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added the fake blood, so I'm going to pop in some contacts and switch into my outfit, and I will see you in a second.